Hello, hello, hello. We are live from Lernerville here with the Mud Rebels Dirt League. That's right, we're still here, out here with the Mud Rebels Dirt League, having a good old time here tonight. Hope you are enjoying everything so far. Hope you had fun in that first race there, the modifieds. That was a good old time there by the boys. Put on a nice clean race, so stick with us here as we go with some super late models from Lernerville here tonight. Mud Rebel Dirt League, if you're not in it yet, you need to be. It is a fun, good old time. Check them out on Facebook. Go to the Outlaw Dirt. The Outlaw Team Motorsports page. Outlaw Team Motorsports page. Go over there. Check that out. That's got some information there. Or hop on iRacing. Go over to the league page and search for Mud Rebels. That's right. Search over there for the Mud Rebels. You find it there. Have a good old time with these guys. As you've heard me up in the booth with these guys. They have a blast. They enjoy what they are doing. And hey, we're looking for a few more good cars that come out here and have a good old time. It's the off season. What else are you doing? Saturdays this goes off. The drivers can enter at 7. We go live here on CWTV at 7:15, and shortly after the action is underway. As right now we are doing some qualifications. Sounds good, sir. All righty. You got a copy there?
Yes, sir. Sure do.
Sounds good. And we'll take a look here as Mr. Duvall's going to join the booth here tonight. He's going to have a little fun with us. And, sir, you're doing a good job with this league so far. You're making sure everything stays clean and these drivers have a nice place to keep running on the off season, and as we even enter into the race season. You know, like I said, congrats to you. You're doing a great job. You got anything to say to everybody out there in Checkers and Records land?
Man, I hope everybody's enjoying themselves, and hope to keep on coming out and watching, and maybe even hop in here and start racing with us. It'd be absolutely fantastic to see everybody out.
So as we're watching these guys go around, why Mud Rebels Dirt League? Why pick with you guys to come race here on Saturday nights?
Well,
I know the answer, but tell these guys out here.
Well, there's not a whole lot going on Saturday nights, and I kept that in mind when I started this league, and I just wanted to have some good, hearty, old-fashioned, fun racing. I know a lot of people run official races. You know, they get frustrated and everything with official races and 3 drivers stuff in there, and then when somebody gets taken out, the person that takes them out in an official race doesn't receive any kind of punishment for it. So I wanted a good, hearty, clean, fun, free series that people would come in and race and feel like, you know, they're gonna get their just desserts. They're gonna get what they earn and have some fun. You know, just a well-policed place to race.
That's a good way to put it. And you're doing a great job, like I said, as these guys are gridding up. I'm gonna take a look at the iRating here because, sir, you got A. You do have a D driver, but I'm a D driver myself. And I know, you know, it takes some practice to get in, but you also got to come in here and run with these guys. So as long as these, you know, these D drivers, these newer drivers are going to respect the league and everything, hey, come on in, have some fun with us. But, man, you got a lot of competition in here as you got a lot of A drivers sitting in the field right now.
Oh, absolutely. We got some of the best in the business are coming out here. This week we don't have any of the bad drivers, the winners of last week, I don't believe, because they're with the Wicked Cushion deal that's going on right now. But we've got Gavin Collins, Tanner Tomasi, Bryson Daffer, and Daniel Cummings Jr., Mitch Stiles, Barry Sorensen. Some really top-notch drivers out there racing this week.
Absolutely. And you mentioned that. I'm going to pull up the starting grid for tonight because impressive starting grid it is, sir. We'll roll them off here tonight. Gavin Collins, as you said, there's one name. He's going to start on the pole. DCJ, Daniel Cummings Jr. in second. Mitch Stiles starting third. Eric York rolling off fourth. Dustin Hall there in fifth. And I don't think the other two are lining up as you are one of them, but you are going to step back and you are going to admin. So thank you for doing that. I know the Supers are one of your favorites. So, hey, if you're out there as well and you're thinking to yourself, I want to see what this is all about. Maybe you want to help out, then get with Mr. Duvall. Any help in the admin booth is always appreciated. Am I correct there?
Oh, absolutely. Normally I'm racing the Supers here in my league, but this week I'm currently unable to do so for the simple fact that the admin that I usually have here helping me has a family affair going on tonight, so I'm up here in the booth and unable to race.
Exactly, but hey, you are like you said, the owner of the league, so hey, it's your responsibility. You're gonna get it taken care of. Make sure that these guys have a good place to race, and like I said, thanks again for making it clean, because it makes it a better show for everybody out there watching on CWTV tonight.
Yes, sir.
So as they roll off, is this one of your more favorite tracks here at Lernerville? It's fairly new, as it just came in this season to iRacing, but it seems like we have ran many races here since it's been introduced to the sim.
Oh yes, absolutely. Lernerville. I've got two favorite tracks on this track, or on this simulator, and Lernerville is actually one of them. Next one will be Volusia, but Lernerville is almost identical to my local track, so I feel very comfortable with this track.
Well, there you go. There you have it. So you don't have walls at the local track there. What's your local track, sir?
My local track is Elkin Speedway in West Virginia. Not a very well-known track anymore, I don't figure, but it's like I said, it's almost identical. There's no walls except for the front straightaway. It's 0.38 miles. They're going green right now.
They are under green. That is right. Gavin Collins, DCJ battling it out right away here. DCJ going to the inside, trying to make it onto Gavin Collins. Can he get around him here?
I don't know, it's going to be very tight. That inside line is not always the best place to be until the track really slicks off, so it's going to be pretty tight between Daniel and Gavin right there on that start.
That is one thing that I have ran with DCJ before, and the one thing he told me is, hey, just put it here in the middle. You'll do our... Oh, as we see DCJ kind of sends it a little, and I know those pedals of his, they have been slipping a little, so interesting to see as we got a yellow flag there, but not slipping, sticking. So maybe that is what happened there. They get the old stick and sends it square into that wall, and that is where I was going to talk about, man, is that where that wall comes on into at the exit of turn 4 right there. If you hit that wrong, you will end up squaring that, and you'll be making love to that wall pretty quick.
Oh, absolutely. That front straightaway wall, it just kind of jumps out there and bites you a lot of times. You're not really expecting it. If you actually look at the track map, it kind of squares off a little bit there coming out of 4, so you got to get that angle just right coming out of that turn, and you get that wall.
Absolutely, that is correct. Gavin Collins, Mitch Stiles, Dustin Hall, DCJ, Eric York. That's how they line up right now. So, like I was saying there, DCJ tells me, he says, run the middle there. And I said, but that doesn't seem to be the fast line. He's like, yeah, but you're going to gain 6-7 spots here in this huge field if when all these guys start flying off the top end. I was like, okay, well, I'll listen to you. And sure enough, I mean, I get through most of the field because everybody's flying off the top there as they're trying to push it. So, I mean, good advice from him. He knows how to do it much better than I do. Like I said, I think that was just a situation of them, those pedals sticking a little and him not able to get out of that throttle as quick as he wanted to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Daniel's a top-notch driver. It's highly abnormal to see him going off track, so you know there's some issues behind the scenes there causing that one.
So right now, it looks like Gavin Collins, everybody else has a little bend or bruise, something on their cars. Gavin Collins looks like he's still just pulling it out of the garage. 5 laps to go. They're going to fire off here.
Already looking double file there for second place. Second and third place on back through there, all double file.
2x2 action back there. That is correct. Dustin Hall making his way up into the second place spot. See if he can keep it here as Mitch Stiles going back around him on the top line. 3 laps to go here. Dustin Hall, DCJ, Mitch Styles all going 3 wide there for a second. DCJ riding that low line, trying to make it around, trying to make it go, go, go. 2 laps left here as they cross the line. Dustin Hall and Mitch Styles, they're battling out there in the top. Can he get around them as the yellow flag will come out? Do they have some green-white checkered here, or is this one going to end? Nope, 4 laps to go. So it is a green-white checkered situation here. Man, that was getting exciting.
Yes, we had Gavin Collins, and I'm not sure who else that was going off the backstretch there. Just try to keep caution, keep everybody out there where they can fight and keep on moving. That was some really hard racing they were going on right there.
Absolutely. So now we see Mitch Styles, Dustin Hall, DCJ, Gavin Collins and Eric York. That is how they're running right now. So we'll see who will take this one, who's going to have a good time here tonight, and who's going to get it done. As we see Mitch Styles, like I said, Dustin Hall and DCJ here in the top 3. It'll be interesting to see if DCJ tries to throw a good old slider down the line there, or if he gets stuck and Mitch Styles and Dustin Hall battle it out all for that top spot. As Williams said, they are going to run off with a green-white checkered here. So we'll keep some good old-fashioned nice racing here for the win. It will not finish under yellow just yet. So we got 2 heats and a feature here tonight with the Mud Rebels Dirt League. Like I said, if you want in on the action, if you want to have some fun with these guys here tonight, or sorry, not tonight, but later this week next week in the super late models, the UMPs, get in. If you want to get in tonight still on the action, if you're a 410 sprint guy, you want to have some fun here tonight yet, then hop on into the Mud Rebels Dirt League. He will get you going here as they will fire off at 9 o'clock for the 410 league that they got going on there. So check them out as they're looking to get some more cars in that 410 league and have some fun with that. It looks like the pace truck is pulling off. These guys are going to get going as we are under the green-white checkered. Green flag waving in the air. Flagman's arm. He's going to twist it off. He just don't care. DCJ going under Dustin Hall. Can he get it done there? Dustin Hall get a little sideways, pulling it back up on the top line. They're going to battle it out here for the remainder of the race. I have no doubt about that. As Mitch Styles going up, he's going to take the good part of the lead, but I was going to say he's going to take away with it. But not just yet, as we are under the Butt Kicker Gamer 2 white flag. Feel what you've been missing. They are going to come to the final straightaway. Mitch Styles, Dustin Hall going to battle it out. Mitch Styles takes that one. Dustin Hall in second. DCJ gets your 3rd spot. So, whoo! Good racing there with those guys. Got a shout out to those 3 as they put on a show. Now we got our 2nd heat here going off as the Tsunami is going to take off in your first spot here on the pole. Next to him in the first row, Bryson Daffern. Starting in row 2 in 3rd place, Barry Sorensen. In 4th, Thomas Butler. Starting in the 3rd row in 5th, Robert Tucker. Richard Green next to him in 6th. That's how they're going to fire off tonight with this one. Who do you think takes it? Who do you think's got what it takes to get it done here? As we check in with Tanner Tomasi. He's in that Mud Rebels Dirt League car. I'll get it out there eventually. Got to have his signature yellow spoiler on the back there. That's how you know it's the Tsunami coming at you. Look out for that 09 and that yellow spoiler. Sponsors there, World of Thunder, UDTV. Then we check in with Bryce and Daffrin real quick before they go off and fire. As they are away. He's got that nice checkers and records is on there as well. And SRTV, whoa, we got guys up on the side. They're going to see the fishing boat out there. Tanner Tomasi up under this first caution here. He's going to retain the lead. Shout out to Jay Weezy there at SRTV. He's helped me, so thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. Check in with these drivers as well. Here we go, Barry Sorensen, and that folds graphics. Little carbon fiber action. That's pretty neat. MDM there. Robert Tucker. Phantom. Richard Green. So giving a shout out to those guys while we can. And this is your BWSports1.com. That's right, your BBWWSports1.com update. There's a big game going on tomorrow. Who do you think takes it? Not talking about the race or anything that's happening. That's right, I'm talking about the Super Bowl. And this question brought to you by the boys at Black and White Sports. Let me know right now, who do you think takes it? I think the San Francisco 49ers walk away with this one, get her done, and have what it takes. Also, I want to know who you think gets it here tonight. Who do you think has what it takes here? Who gets it done in this heat? We'll roll away. About half race there left to go.
I don't know, Sean. I gotta be honest with you. I'm thinking it's more along the lines of Tanner Tomasi taking a win here and Chiefs taking a win tomorrow.
Tanner Tomasi tonight and the Chiefs tomorrow. We'll see if they can get past that Andy Reid curse. See if the tsunami can get past the wreckage, the curse he's had the past couple of weeks. As he fires off, they're back to green. That green flag's in the air. That arm on the flag man's hurting. He just don't care. Bryson Daffrin going at it against Tanner Tomasi, trying to get around him, but the 45 of Barry Sorensen, he's trying to make a party. There you go, Bryson Daffrin throwing the slider. On the slider, King himself. Will we see it happen here? A Tanner Tomasi mega slider doesn't happen. There it is. Tanner Tomasi gets a slider in there. Bryson Daffrin with the crossover. Getting it done there. These guys are going to throw them back and forth for the remainder of the 4 laps. Here we go again, the tsunami. Throwing a wave, baby. Coming to the line. 3 laps left down. Bryson Daffrin back. It's man versus water. Bryson Daffrin versus tsunami of Tanner Tomasi. They're going back at it. Oh! Bryson Daffrin, Tanner Tomasi. I don't know if they get into it there. What exactly happens? We're going to go back. We're going to take a look at this one. I'm not sure if he really got him or if that was a little net code, exactly what happened there. But unfortunately, the tsunami sent away on a wave. So we'll have to take a look and see what happens. I don't want to bother him right now. He's the only guy doing it all. But you want to ask, what's going on? What's going on?
Oh, I'm seeing it was kind of a racing deal by the looks of it.
That's kind of the way I saw it as well.
Yeah,
From
the wall, caught that little cushion right, that little cushion right there, sticking up off the wall, and just sucked him right in.
Yep, that's. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I'm not trying to admin from here, but I mean, looking on the replay, that's what we see as well from our end. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Can Bryson Daffrin hold off the field? Can Tanner Tomasi make a run for it here? Does the tsunami ride the wave As I don't think that was a mega slider just yet. I got excited because that was the first time we've seen Tanner Tomasi just throw one in general here. So excitement here in the booth. Hopefully excitement there at home with you guys. But like I said, please let me know who you think is going to win tomorrow. Who gets it done in the field, on the field there in the Super Bowl. They're back off. Bryson Daffrin gets a heck of a jump there. Barry Sorensen in second. Richard Green there third. Thomas Butler, Robert Tucker, Tanner Tomasi there. That's how they line up right now. Take a look here. Looking in at Bryson Daffrin. Floating around the corners, getting it done. We are under the white flag. That's right, the butt kicker gamer 2 white flag. They're coming around the final turn here. As Bryson Daffrin pulls out in front of Barry Sorensen there, and the full graphic gets it done. Bryson Daffrin, your winner. Barry Sorensen there, second. Richard Green in third. Woo! Another exciting one there.
And that was tight, it was close, and it was fun.
Yes, it was. Wow. I can't, that was, you can't get over. Sometimes, you're just shocked after a good race like that. Man, congrats to all the drivers there. In those first 2 heat races, they put on a show. Now they're going to go as they float on to the feature. That's right. We'll all float on all right. Don't worry.
Be right back after the warm-up.
He's going to float on too. That's right. Hopefully this ain't a horror movie, because if it is, he ain't coming back. You just broke rule number 1, bud. Lucky it's not October. We're just floating through February. I'm awake because December's over. Tanner Fold says he is out of the lead now because of baseball. I'm a singer. I'm a weird person. My 5-year-old would tell you the same thing. She calls me weird all the time. And kids are honest. Kids are the most honest things in the world. That's the truth. Kids do say the darndest things. I remember that show at one point. They said, what's your dad's favorite or best friend? Kid said it's a bottle of beer with a twist off cap. Whoa, daddy's in trouble then. DCJ on the top of the leaderboard right now with a lap of 15.095. He's throwing it down, getting it done. It is Mr. William Duvall said there is a few people missing from last week's Super Late Model race, but shout out to bad racing driver Hayden Cardwell. Shout out to him as he won it all tonight with a wicked cushion at Williams Grove in the 410 sprints. Hayden, right on, buddy, right on. You did what you needed to do, and you got it done tonight. Congrats to you, sir. DCJ going in the grass. Check in number 2 right now, Bryson Daffrin. And that SRTV Bad Racing. He's even got a little checkers and records there. He went right off where DCJ did. He said, hey, I'll see you there. Ready to see a Tanner Tomasi mega slider tonight. Smash that like button if you want to see one too. You can be one too. Calvin Herring, if you're still watching, I believe this is an open. I'll check here with the owner of the league, but I do believe he keeps open sets throughout across here. We'll double check in here William, you still got a copy by chance? Oh, he's running the drivers meeting. He's talking to those guys real quick. Let's let him finish up there, and then we'll talk to William Duvall, the owner of the Mud Rebels Dirt League. That's right, Mud Rebels Dirt League here on CWTV. Thanks to them for doing what you do there. Thank you very much. Appreciate bringing me on for your initial run here as a league and everything. You guys are doing a great job out there. You guys are getting it done here. As these guys are just about done with their runs here. All right, these guys are going to grid up. We are going to be underway for some action. We got 50 laps here tonight from Lernerville. I hope you have had some fun with us tonight. I know I've had fun with you. God, I'm a weird guy. I know it myself. I do.
Well, I definitely can't argue with that, but you're a hell of a dude.
Come sneaking in there saying hello. No, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for having me along for the first season here with Mud Rebels Dirt League. What was I asking? I had a question. Oh, are these all fixed? Are they open setups? What you got going here, Will?
Everything here is open setup.
Everything here is open setup. We had Calvin Herring. He was asking. So, we're getting the name out here, Will. We're going to have some guys in here racing with you. I'm not saying you don't now, but you're going to have this field growing here. As you're doing a great job, you're keeping these guys under bay. I heard you kind of talking to them there during the break. So, like I said, I mean, you're doing a great job, so hats off real quick as these guys are pacing up. Before or let me go over the starting grid, then during the first yellow, we'll give you a chance to talk about the Mud Rebels Dirt League here. So as we'll watch the starting grid tonight, Mitch Stiles going to start on the pole. Next to him, Bryson Daffrin. In row 2, another bad racing, Dustin Hall. Next to him, Barry Sorensen. Daniel Cummings Jr. there in row 3 next to Richard Green. In row 4, Eric York next to Thomas Butler. Next in row 5, Gavin Collins and Robert Tucker. And then he's all alone. There's no one there beside him. That's right, Tanner Tomasi back there in the back. See if he can make it as they are underway. They're green lap 1 of 50 here. Mitch Stiles getting off to a good jump here, but they are 2 and 3 wide as the Ants go marching in here tonight at Lernerville. Look at that 4 wide action into the turn there, baby. Woo! Yellow flag there, as one can only imagine. Somebody went flying off the track. Let's see. We can get an idea of what went down there.
We're going to find that one out myself.
Yep. Somebody went darting off the track, it looked like.
It's like the 7 car. Richard Green just got up there a little bit too high and caught that cushion and sucked him right.
So we'll zip back here. We'll take a look. But right now, as we're going back to this instant replay, let us know what the Mud Rebels Dirt League is all about.
Mud Rebels Dirt League is just all about having some good hometown, old-fashioned, clean race.
There you have it. Good old hometown, small town, good old family style backyard racing there. And Mr. Duvall, you do a great job. I don't know why I keep hitting that green flag. You do a great job at putting this on and really putting a great place for these drivers to come out here and have a competitive place to run. So thank you there. because it makes it much easier for me in the booth to call a clean race like that when the admin really takes care of the track like you do. And you really seem to set this track up to where the drivers really enjoy it and really feel comfortable racing. And I know, kind of that's a somewhat of a science. Am I correct?
It's very strategic. You gotta be very close to what you're doing and keep a good eye on things.
So is that something, I mean, if it's like the Bush's baked bean recipe and you don't want to give it out, that's fine, I understand. But, is it something to do with the weather? Does it have to do with the track reset? Is it a mixture of everything? I mean, what are we looking at when you're setting up a track as a league owner?
Honestly, when I'm setting up the track, I always go for the 8X on the time scaling so we can get some slickness rolled in. I've got a smaller field out here in the league so far, so we try to get the track as real as possible and keep things slicking up as quickly as possible so we can get some good, hardy, multi-lane racing by the end of the night.
So far, so good, as that's what we have seen here with the Mud Rebels Dirt League, as they're going 3 wide again back here. We're going to pop to the back here, get a little idea of what we're seeing here. Is we got Thomas Butler, Robert Tucker, and Tanner Tomasi, and even, who is that? Eric York. All 4 of those guys battling out, having a party back there. Uh-oh. Did he go over the track? Did he make it over the berm? I think he got back on. We'll see. Nope, the yellow flag does come out, so he missed of. Yep, he took it over. That's what happens, man. It's Lernerville. And you ride too close to that up top. You're going 4 wide, going for 1 place. 4 people. Usually I say 1 spot and 3 people, that's a party. 1 spot and 4 people, and that's something you see on Cinemax back in the day after 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. So, whew, wow. But hey, Lernerville's a wider track. You can do it. You can have a little fun like that.
Oh yeah, Lernerville's a tough place to run, but it's a lot of fun. Sometimes you get 3, 4 wide drivers in here, and they still come out clean.
There we got. Just want to thank everybody out there at CWTV for tuning in tonight. We're having a blast here tonight, as I always do. I love coming up in the booth and doing some announcing here for some solid racing. Like I said, you guys make it better when we get a nice, clean race here. And I know we're under caution, and I'm saying that, but you guys have kept it clean. You're doing a great job, so hats off to you. And look at this field. It's got a nice, good, solid bunch of drivers. That pace truck is off. You know what that means, Mr. Duvall? The drivers are on. That's right. Mitch Stiles fires off there. We'll go back up. Mitch Stiles battling out as Bryson Daffrin coming around. Barry Sorensen up top. Back under yellow here.
Yeah, we're under yellow right now as we had another car going off the track. You get that a lot here at Lernerville. We're going to go ahead and take a single file so we try to clean that up.
Yep, and hey, I can only imagine these guys are all, you see that green flag drop and you're thinking, hey, I can make a few spots up here, and especially there's a smaller field right now, so these guys can make up 2-3 spots around there if they're safe about it. Not always safe about it, though. Sometimes the gap looks a little wider than it really is. You know what I'm saying there?
Oh yeah, a lot of times the gap that you see looks like it's wide and solid, and then you get going out there and there's just nothing there.
So I'm gonna sneak attack Bryson Daffrin here. I think we can go in and chat with him. Do we have a couple laps under yellow here?
We're going 1 to green right now, actually.
Okay, so the next yellow, Bryson, if you're watching, I'm gonna sneak attack you. It's not much of a sneak if you're watching. If you're not, good luck for you, buddy, because I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna scare the bejesus out of you as we're watching there. And then I'm gonna get DCJ on here too. I'm gonna sneak attack him. As these guys fire off, they go 3 wide on that entrance. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Wow, Bryson Daffrin gonna try to make a move there. He gets up into second. He gets above Barry Sorensen. Barry Sorensen takes that spot back. Bryson Daffrin, Daniel Cummings Jr. both riding that top line as high as they can. DCJ to the inside of Bryson Daffrin. Can he make the move? It sure looks like it. Bryson Daffrin gonna go back up. We're back under yellow. Whoo! Whoo! I had to breathe. I think that yellow was for me. I was about to have a heart issue. Wowzers. So I'm going to see if I can do the old sneak attack now on Bryson as I catch my breath here. Goodness gracious. Probably not the best place to go right now is there. So we'll go in. We'll see if DCJ. We'll see if I can sneak attack DCJ and get in his head. Hello, Dan. This is Tommy Boy up in the booth. Did I freak you out? Are you okay for a second here?
Yes, sir.
Well, I didn't.
Getting bored over here.
There you go. He's just getting bored, so you might as well talk to me when you're out there on the raceway. So I'm gonna jump to the roll bar as your thing's really dirty. What do you think about the track? How's the car working for you right now?
Well, I didn't practice or nothing for this, so the car's really not working. It's pretty tight, but I'm just kind of going with it. Here we go.
Tight like a tiger. He's gonna fire off. Good luck to you both out there. I'm gonna get out of your ear. Go, go, go. As they fire away, I get out of there, get out of their way. As we're still in with DCJ as we're watching the top three up there. We'll hop back out here in just a second as he's trying to make his way around Bryson Daffrin. Go back out here, look at the field as they go. You can watch the speed down there as we watch DCJ here. Actually see what these guys are running, how fast it actually is. These UMPs got some giddy up in them as they go from those turns from just, what, mid-60s? Let's see, 66. Shoots it to over 100 miles an hour, over 115 miles an hour. Back to 66. So these things got some power, got some giddy up in them. Let's check up at the front as we still got Mitch Stiles, Barry Sorensen, and Bryson Daffrin battling it out here. Mitch Stiles, been your leader from the start. He may have gotten, whoa, Bryson Daffrin, DCJ. Both going over there. Not sure what happened. We'll go back to the yellow. We'll take a look. We'll ride with DCJ here. Bryson Daffrin going to the low side. DCJ up top. Bryson Daffrin just looks like maybe slid it up top just a little too fast. DCJ wasn't ready for it. And boom! Goes the firework. I didn't know if that saying was copyright, so I had to change it up in my head real quick. Who's having a good time with me tonight? I'll change my name from Tommy Boy to Weirdo after this. I'll tell you that. I hope you're having a blast. Few hours, Mr. Etheridge. I'll see you here shortly. You don't worry about that, buddy. Don't worry about that. I may see if a special guest will join me for the next race over there. Right now we got Mitch Stiles, Barry Sorensen. Let's see. DCJ was able to hold it, get back up in third. Gavin Collins fourth, Dustin Hall in fifth, Richard Green sixth. In seventh, Robert Tucker, Eric Yorth eighth, ninth, Thomas Butler. 10th is Bryson Daffrin. Who gets it done as we are crossing the halfway point here. Under green flag, back at it here. Barry Sorensen gets underway. Getting under Mitch Stiles, getting it there. Back under yellow here. And these guys, they're used to getting up there in the wall, getting it up close, but right now they need to hold it together and keep it on the track. Hello, Bad Racing. I noticed you didn't have Hayden in here. I noticed that probably the celebration had calmed down for a moment. Didn't mean to scare you, but we're under caution. Can I steal you for a moment?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
I just come in screaming like the Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah. So
That's kind of a smart thing.
exactly. See, thank you. A lot of people don't understand why I do that. Bryson Daffrin, unfortunately, what happened with you? I don't know. Was that a racing incident? It looked like you kind of slid up the track there. DCJ was coming hot and just couldn't let off in time.
The guy in second, he's driving more out of the back of his car than he is the front of his car. So I was just trying to go where he wasn't, and I actually jumped up in front of Daniel. My fault.
10-4 there. So are you actually still running, or have you parked it for the night? No, you're still out there. So
oh yeah, I just got a quick repair. We're gonna go back.
Are you guys about to go underway? I don't want to be bothering you when you're firing away at green.
Yeah, going green right now.
Okay.
Going green right now, but
I will. I'll get to chatting with you guys here in the next yellow. I'll come screaming at you.
Alrighty.
They're back underway. They're back at it. I'm Kool-Aid Man and all over Discord land right now, sir. What do you think about that? You like that?
Oh, absolutely. Get in the minds of our drivers out here.
That's
awesome.
exactly. That's what I really wanted to do. Kind of give a different aspect of it. I don't know if the drivers like it, but nobody said like, "Hey, man, you got to stop doing that." So I'm gonna keep doing it until somebody yells at me and tells me to stop. But Mitch Styles now battling it out. We got Mitch Styles, Daniel Cummings Jr., and Gavin Collins all going at his DCJs, trying to make his way around. And like Bryson said, I don't know if you heard it there on the broadcast, but Bryson saying, he was just trying to get around that car in front of him and try to put it where he wasn't. And that's where DCJ was, unfortunately, so that's what caused that last one. But needless to say, DCJ still out there. He was able to pull that one in, and he's still running. Just goes to show you the type of driver he is and what he'll do to get back up there in front. Barry Sorensen taken away now with the lead as they're able to get some green flag laps under. These guys are pulling out and having a good time now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see that bump that happens right there at that start-finish line, man, as this track really starts to slick off. That's what I've noticed here, is you got that wicked bump, man. If you don't know where that is, watch it as they come around, see if somebody hits that. Nobody that time, but, man, both of them hit it the last time. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's a few tracks that as the track really comes in, we're under yellow again, but as the track comes in, it seems like there's a certain, and it's not like what we did the other night in a rut race, but it almost seems like, something like that at times.
Oh, yeah, it starts digging in right there. It's mostly on the exit I've noticed that this track starts.
The exit of 4 there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right, and I can see that because that's really where that car really wants to dig and grab as it comes in out of that turn and into the straightaway. Man, we've had a fun one. I know we've had a little more cautions than an owner probably would want to see, but I'm having a blast up here in the booth. This has been a decent race, man. You can't be too down on it. Like I said, I know I've heard some owners in the past. You see more than your 2 yellows that you really want to see in a race happen. And you get a little down on yourself. But you guys over here at Mud Rebels Dirt League, hey, we're working through these things. We're getting them. You're doing a heck of a job, Will, so you keep it up here. These guys are putting on a show here. And
oh, yeah, these guys are a great group of guys out here. And, I mean, this is kind of expected from Lernerville. When you got a track with no walls, there's no barriers,
yep.
People get up there and just go.
And then on top of that, we are not in the limiteds. We're not in the pros. We're the supers. So these got the most giddy up and go. That's it's like you got Clark Kent in the limiteds, and then you got the dude in the telephone booth for the pros, and then Superman flies out with a cape here with the supers. You like that analogy there?
Yeah, I do, man. That's pretty well spot on.
You can't script these things. Like, it's all coming off the top of my head. I'm a weird son of a gun. That's what you get here with Tommy Boy. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm having a blast with you guys.
Oh, it's always a good time having you up in the booth. And we're back green with Barry Sorensen on the loud pad.
He is, and look at that flag, man. He's waving that flag in the air. Like that shoulder just don't care. He's got to ice it after every night because he throws that thing harder than Randy Johnson throws his fastball. Gavin Collins here digging it out. They're going door to door here. The 327 and the 54, Mitch Styles. DCJ on the prowl behind him. trying to see what he can do, see if he can make something happen. We got 11 laps left, going to be 10 at the line if you're not good with math. That's how that works. DCJ reeling in Mitch Stiles as he falls off. DCJ up on that top line. Can he get it done as he tries to get around Mitch Stiles here? Bryson Daffrin makes his way back up here as he's trying to run around Mitch Stiles up on that top line. Looks like that top line's really filing out now. Bryson Daffrin, Mitch Stiles going door to door. Let's see if Bryson Daffrin can get around him. Mitch Stiles looks like he's trying to find his way back up to that top line, and there it is. Bryson Daffrin digs it in, slings it under the straightaway, gets it done. Now he's going to see if he can hunt down DCJ for that third spot. Just that nice little podium finish there. Do you want to talk to Tommy? Put it on the podium, baby. Let's do it here. We got 7 laps left. Sorry, 7 laps remaining here. Woo! I don't know, Matt. DCJ going for that second spot. Going to throw the slider here on Gavin Collins. Can he get it to stick? No. Gavin Collins digs it in on the exit of 4. DCJ here. Woo! Trying to block Bryson. I understand why Ric Flair did the woo. It's to take a breath. It is. And now we are going to start counting down the laps. As we see, I think that was a lap car goes off the track. Oh, somebody give me an inhaler. Call for the oxygen. We are under yellow. Again, I think Will threw that yellow so I could catch my breath. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Man. It sounds like you're losing your oxygen there.
I don't know if it was you I said this to yesterday or if it was DCJ. I was talking to somebody and I said, I think at one point I thought I was going to pass out, and I just told myself, man, you got to breathe. You got to take a breath. Yeah, I don't think I took a breath there for a entire lap.
Man, get you a paper bag or something. I don't know how you're doing it.
Hopefully you are having fun out there in CWTV land with me. I know I am having a blast. I hope you can hear that. I hope it comes through. I think my wife and my kids hear it upstairs. She's like, what is he screaming about? She's on now. She wants to see the action.
Yeah, she's got to know you love what you do, right?
Absolutely, but you know, she knows it's a good race it's a good race when she is on, because I'm excited down here. So another hats off to the Mud Rebels Dirt League. Let's see, do you think Bryson Daffrin and DCJ can get around these two up front? These two up front, Barry Sorensen and Gavin Collins, it's shown a lot of speed, but man, come the last part of this race, these two have been on fire.
I know, man. It's going to be a tight one. I know Barry Sorensen, the 12-year-old kid, is out there in the lead right now, and he is one talented son of a gun. And you got Bryson Daffrin, like you said, on his outside. That dude is really fast here.
You shouldn't have said that to me, because it would have surprised me, just like Tanner Folds that night. So, again, I thought Barry Sorensen, I don't know why, but in my head, I'm thinking he's 45, his number right there on the side or something. But, wow. So, these guys, I'm not going to call them kids. I mean, they're out there running with men. They're out there doing it. So congrats to you guys as he is off. He's on the loud paddle. Barry Sorensen gonna bring us to the green-white checkered here. Gavin Collins, DCJ battling out. DCJ throws the slider, gets it done. Bryson Daffrin tries to go around now. As we got, go ahead.
Gavin Collins off the turn back area, off the track.
Flies off the track. Whoa, look at that. What a move by Bryson Daffrin going around the top side of Daniel Cummings Jr. What a move there. They go at it. Wow. What a race there. Barry Sorensen, Bryson Daffrin, DCJ, your top three there. I want to go back to this pass and see. Before we talk to these guys, watch Bryson Daffrin. He grips it and rips it right there on that last turn on the outside. Throws it in there on DCJ. But hey, DCJ, like he said, didn't get any practice in there, didn't get it done, but puts it to him. They battle it out there. Exciting finish there for second and third. Barry Sorensen, Bryson Daffrin, and DCJ. Again, your top three. Mitch Stiles, Dustin Hall, Gavin Collins, Eric York, Richard Green, Robert Tucker, Thomas Butler, Tanner Tomasi, the Tsunami, and Jason Soul there as your results pile in there. Whew. I'm catching my breath. Like I said, it makes sense to me now why Ric Flair goes, whoo! It's so he can take a breath. I get it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That dude's always screaming.
Wow. So I'm going to go over because I'm sure he is over there. We'll talk to Daniel Cummings Jr. DCJ, you're a celebrity. I come to you. You don't come to me, sir. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. Would have been great if I didn't get the rear of my car destroyed under caution, but apparently some people don't know when cautions happen or something. I don't know.
Well, that was an absolutely incredible race regardless, man. I mean, like you said, you weren't feeling the car tonight, really. You had a rough time driving it, but you drove it the whole night right up there. Got it to third here tonight. I know, what do you think about overall the track at least? We know what you thought of the car.
Well, I think the track would have been better had it wore off a little bit more. But the top was still there and the bottom was starting to come in, so.
And a lot of those guys were running the top, and it seemed like, man, if you just were able to run maybe that middle, that's what I set up in the booth when we ran this track together. You said, hey, just stay in the middle, man. And I was like, why? It doesn't look like that's fast at all. He's like, no, it's not. But you're not going to go off the track down there. It's like, man, you know what? That makes sense. And I was able to gain like 10 positions, and it seemed like if guys that started near the rear would have been able to just kind of follow that motto tonight, it would have been like that. But go through these restarts and everything because we heard Bryson. I went into there. I Kool-Aided over there. And, you know, he said that was all on him. He was trying to get around that other guy and came up, slid up into you, didn't know you were there. So that you were able to pull it back and stay in third, but kind of run through after that because I'm sure the car was a little rougher handling.
Yeah, I don't know if what he was doing there. I watched the replay on it, and he just come up with the track there, but you know, I don't know what he's seen. So
no, he said that was all on him. I talked to him after on the next yellow there, and he said he was trying to get around the guy in front of him, and he was just paying so much attention because I guess he wasn't running a smooth line to him. And he wanted to get around him, and he just wanted to be where he wasn't and didn't realize that's where you were.
Yeah, I don't know. I jumped on the brakes, tried not to throw him off the track like I did, but I think a lot of the guys up front were running with their mirrors instead of out their windshields, so it was causing some issues.
And I think that's kind of exactly what he was saying is he was running out of the back. And you know, myself, I'm guilty at that. So, you know, you just got to get out there. You got to run them. And, you know, maybe you turn it off for a little bit and get used to running without it before you turn it back on and you're able to really use the advantage if that's truly what happened. But, hey, regardless.
Well, what I always say is you are responsible for the front of your car. So if somebody hits somebody, it's their fault. So that's the way I see it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we talked about that. I believe it was last night even. So first thing they teach you when you go to a racing school or anything like that is it is your responsibility to make a clean pass. It is not the person getting past responsibility to get past clean.
That's
right.
Night
obviously
gives us the mirror, so I mean, guys
right.
are going to use it. So you got to learn not to hit them. So that's
I mean, outside of that, it seems like the Mud Rebels Dirt League, they're getting a lot more competitive here, and Will's doing a good job at keeping it clean as he can here. What do you have to say overall for the night, though?
Well, it would have been a lot more fun to go green for a lot longer. Like I said, getting wrecked under caution there kind of sputtered the car out even worse than it was already. But, you know, it's not bad. Will's going to do a good job. He's being fair, and that's the big thing about the league racing is some guys aren't so fair and some guys are, and I think he's one of the ones that are fair.
Right, and that's the thing that really I see is being in the back end here with the Mud Rebels Dirt League is he's calling it fair, and at the end of the day, you know, that is a big part of it because regardless if money's involved or not, these guys want a nice place to run, and it's just not fun when you get the same guys getting the favoritism showed their way. So I know shout out to you for hanging in there and getting it done tonight. But what do you got to say? The mic is yours now, sir.
Well, I guess I'll just thank all the sponsors, Hudson Transport, FUG, PC. If you need a PC, definitely hit up Jeff Scott. Builds great PCs. Suburban Auto, Checkers and Wreckers. You're gonna kill me on this one, but bwsports1.com.
Oh, you got it right. Look at that.
Daredevil Racing, and of course everyone that sports and watches, and Bill BJ for putting the league on.
Absolutely there, and like I said, I mean, he's doing a great job, and like Dan said, I mean, really, it goes back to the drivers there, as it is their responsibility to keep it a clean race. Mr. Duvall can only do so much there, so let's see. We'll check in now with the second place winner. Bryson, how are you tonight? You got a copy?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm a lot better. Or I'm fantastic. I guess I should say I was doing fantastic the whole night. So I don't know if I could be any better. But, hey, we talked to you under caution, and hopefully I didn't throw you off at all when I just come busting in there. But, man, that had to be fun, taking it back from the back there like that, bringing it back up into second. And I'm going to say, honestly, goes down. That's probably one of the best passes I've seen on iRacing Dirt in a long time there for that second place win.
That was crazy. I didn't think it was gonna fit, but Dustin said, when I made it through there, Dustin's like, I don't even know how you made it through that hole.
I don't think your teammate in Hayden Cardwell would have tried to put that through that. You that is what they call threading a needle, sir. You did it tonight. That's going to go on a highlight reel of some sort and needs to go in the Hall of Fame, if you will, of iRacing. Because boy, oh boy, what an exciting and clean pass. I mean, you did not get into him, and I don't know if it was him you were talking, or he was talking about. Did you guys get into it under yellow before?
No, sir.
Okay,
not me.
okay. I didn't know, because he's nice about not saying any names. He doesn't want to throw anybody under, and I knew you were behind him, so I didn't know if anything happened there. But man, what a great pass there on DCJ for the win. What do you got to say about the car, about the track, and everything like that tonight?
The track was good. I was a little too free. Just was having to wait too long to get back into the throttle on corner exit. I was trying to run the bottom, just trying to run where everybody wasn't. But when I started up front, I got past, was back to third, and it was a gentleman around the general area I was trying to run where he wasn't, and it just seems like magically everywhere I was going, he was following me, or he would be up there in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he may have been mirror driving, may not have been. He just may be lucky. I mean, he just maybe just running the same line. I don't know.
Well, it kind of sounds like you're the second guy to say that in the on the podium. So I'm gonna say you guys probably know what you're talking about there, but not gonna stir everything.
That's what happened earlier. I was coming around the outside and he popped up in front of me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go down to the bottom. I cut down to the bottom and he cut down in front of me. So I slowed down to not run him over and was gonna go back to the top. And Daniel had nowhere to go. I mean, I'd already cut all my momentum off and he had nowhere to go besides under the back of my car.
The best way I put that is you said that you wanted to go where that guy wasn't, and that's where Daniel was. So unfortunately, I don't know. I think you're running on a single monitor, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you had no idea. I mean, you couldn't see him. That's the glorious thing about trips. I think it's better than VR in that sense. Is I use trips and I could see that guy kind of on my side when it comes to dirt. So a little beneficial when it comes to that. But man, you were fast tonight. Are you dialing in your own car? Is that the bad racing? What do we got to do here? Do I got to slip you a $20 bill? I mean, that car was on fire.
That's just a lot of practicing. I got everybody over here helping me, especially Hayden, Zach McSwain, Dustin, JD. They all help me.
Everybody's giving a shout out to Dustin, but come on, Dustin. I mean, 5th to tonight's a good run, but Dustin's got to get up here because he's a setup master. But he's a good dude. I'm joking around completely.
No, he's just way more cautious than
Dustin.
He's kind of like a JD, but he's a little bit more aggressive than JD, but he's real passive about it. He doesn't get too aggressive like me and Hayden.
Dustin, yeah, aggressive's an understatement tonight with that pass. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen anybody as aggressive as that, not even Hayden. But man, no, I give Dustin Hall a huge shout out. He helps me even, and I'm not part of the team or anything, but he'll shoot me a message when I'm driving, just give me a little tip here and there. And every little bit helps. So these guys over here at Bad Racing, you guys are good folk. But what do you got to say? We're trying to get some more guys in this Mud Rebels Dirt League. Is this a league? Be 100% honest. I'll edit it out if you say no. Is this a league that you think the guys should be running in?
Yeah,
I'm completely joking. Give the honest opinion here.
Oh no, it's Will's doing a good job with it. He's being fair with the calls, which you can't say for some other places.
Right.
He's real fair with the calls. He's he doesn't care if you're on his team or not. If you do something wrong, you're getting an EOL or something. He almost made a call on me during that heat race between me and Tanner Tomasi, which I didn't really. It was his call. It's his league. That's what his call was going to be. I was kind of upset about it, yeah. But Dustin and a couple other guys spoke up saying, it's kind of just a racing deal between me and Tanner.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea, Tanner was that close. And when I went to set the car in the corner, my right rear got into Tanner. I felt bad.
And we looked at it back in the replay, and we actually spoke about that in the booth, is where we mentioned, that it kind of looked like you did come up a little on him, but you just barely got the butt into him, and then he kind of had that little build up there, if you will, on the wall. And when he just barely tapped that, man, he just rode it up there. And that's what happens when I hit the wall. And usually you guys are able to pull it off and go faster. But for once, you guys hit a Tommy boy line there, and Tanner. And on the thing, it looks like a LeBron James flop. But I see with that loop there, he just gets up in there, man, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Yeah. One thing I am happy with is I didn't fall off the dang racetrack tonight.
Well, you did after Daniel Cummings got into you, didn't you?
Well, I got four.
I'm counting it. Try again, sir. We're not counting it tonight. No, hey, who do you got to thank for getting it done? Thanks for chatting with me for a little longer than normal.
Oh, it's all right. I got to thank everybody over here. They, like I said last time, I don't get to race much. I work 6, sometimes 7 days a week.
So using that work excuse.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be my excuse every time.
Right. Got to pay for iRacing somehow, right?
Yeah, and me and my brother, or my brother's got it now, so he works a lot too. I'm trying to get him where he wants to start running leagues. He's just got to get more comfortable with this deal. I just got to thank everybody over at Bad Racing, Dustin, JD, Hayden, Zach McSwain, Tyler Hargrove. Man, they helped me out a bunch with sets. Teaching me how to drive, because there for a while I could not drive a super to save my life. Just garbage in them. And Hayden sat down one night with me and just told me, helped me out a bunch. Just told me what I was doing wrong and how I could improve. And it's really paid off. Can't thank him enough. I got to thank Dustin at Dominator IRAPs. He does a killer job on all my cars, and I'm probably the pickiest guy. I want a new car every month.
Gotta love that guy on the team.
Yeah. J&M Automotive, you, Tommy, Checkers and Wreckers, Jay Weezy over at SRTV, H&M Automotive. And thanks for BJ for putting this on, and thank you for broadcasting it.
Hey, absolutely, anytime. I'm going to get over to the winner now. Thank you so much. I'm sure I'll be talking to you a little later here, but we'll chat and hopefully see you next week here.
All right, bud. Sounds good.
Take care. Barry Sorensen, this is Tommy Boy in the booth. Sorry to keep you waiting. You got a copy?
Yep, I'm here.
Goodness gracious. It sounds like I'm talking to my kids right now, sir. Wow. And you put it up there. You were fast all night. You got off those restarts. And as Waltrip would say, boogity, boogity, boogity. That's the way I could say it tonight, man. What are you doing? Are you doing your own sets, or are you got some help back there? Because I think Will said
they're my own sets, and I'm no help. I've just been making my own, trying to master these sets.
My goodness. And how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
Congrats, sir. I mean, tell these people, what is it like? Because Daniel Cummings Jr. is 29 years old. I know that for a fact. It sounds like Bryson's in his 20s. Dustin Hall is in his 30s with me. What's it like driving with these guys that are older than you and have more experience than you, at least behind a wheel, regardless of racing or not? I mean, what's the mentality going into this? Well,
sometimes I know that like they're older, so like sometimes it gets a bit scary. Maybe I would say, but
hmm
just try to
I
stay
feel.
clean and
Is it like well
yeah,
known that you're this young? I
yeah.
hope I'm not like throwing away your secret right now. And
Uh,
because I can imagine, I'm sure some of these guys here, I'm sure a lot race you really nice and respectful, but I'm sure there's
yeah,
some older guys here that try to intimidate you. Am I right?
yeah. There is. Just try to. Yeah, you're right. They just try to intimidate me, but just can't let it get to you and just run your race.
I am absolutely amazed talking to you. Like I said, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but I mean your voice hasn't even dropped, and you're beating these guys, and you're doing it in
Yeah.
fashion. You're making your own sets. Do you have anybody helping you? Is your mom, your dad, brother, anybody?
My dad races a super late model in real life, so that's a big
Okay,
help. He got me
absolutely.
started in this iRace and stuff.
Okay, so Barry, do you do any racing on the real road? I feel like I gotta talk to you on the show. Like we might just bring you on to Checkers and Wreckers here, but do you tell these guys like are you into karting? Are you doing anything out on the real track right now?
Not right now. When I'm 14, I'm gonna try to race though.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm gonna get a hold of you. We're gonna be in a little more talks here. I don't want to ruin everything here on CWTV for Checkers and Wreckers because I think we got a future guest here. But let's talk about tonight and the track. How do you like a track? Do you prefer it tacky? Do you like the grip there, or do you like a nice slicked off track?
At Lernerville, I like a nice slicked off track. I can get a good line. The only sucky thing is about my line is kind of going into the corners. It kind of slides up, so there's a dude on my outside. It could look like I'm mirror blocking him, but I'm really not. Just sliding me up.
Sure. No, I understand that absolutely. So, what are you running on? Do you got trips? You got one monitor? You in VR?
I'm on one monitor right now.
Okay, and that like I was talking with Bryson, I understand because I came with one monitor there at first, and now I have trips, and you don't have a big field of view when you're running one monitor on dirt. So when you're sliding up there, I understand what you're saying there. I get it. So, man, really, who else besides your dad out there and yourself? It sounds like who else do you have to thank for getting everything done tonight and really just making it work?
I'm gonna have
You
to
were
give
floating.
I'm gonna have to give a really big shout out to Folds Graphics helping me out with all my cars and stuff, and then Sorensen Equipment and Black Missile Motorsports helping me get out there tonight.
Well, that's embarrassing to me because Tanner Folds is. Yeah, you and Tanner Folds together, the guy you're shouting out there, Folds Graphics. So we got an owner of a business and a missile now in iRacing, and your guys' age doesn't even add up to mine. So thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you
Yep.
for making me feel real old tonight. But hey, no, like I asked the other guys, I want to know your honest opinion here. And just say it like it is, because I want to have these people out here. Mud Rebels Dirt League, what do you think about it? I mean, should people come out here and start racing with you? Or are you happy with these guys that you got right now?
I want more people, the better. I think this is a really good league here. Will makes really good calls. Unlike some other leagues that are on iRacing, and it's really just awesome out there.
Absolutely. Barry, like I said, I'm going to get a hold of you.
All right.
Somehow, if we're not friends on Facebook, you're going to get a message here from Checkers and Wreckers. I want to talk to you a little more as I am fascinated right now and just in awe after speaking with you tonight and just kind of even just hearing your knowledge in your interview for a 12-year-old. You just really amaze me. You can tell you've been around the track, sir. So thank you very much tonight. And obviously, you're going to be back here next week, I'd assume, hopefully.
Yep, I'm going to hopefully try to make it out there and race with all of them again.
All right. Well, I'll tell you one thing is any super late model race I broadcast in the future, I'm definitely going to let you know I'm broadcasting it, and hopefully you can join in there. So I want to watch you grow here and watch your progress. Like I said, you did a great job tonight, so congrats. I'll let you get back to what you're doing. It's almost bedtime, isn't it? I'm joking. You probably hate that
really.
joke. You probably absolutely hate that joke, Barry.
Yeah, some people, I will admit, they got some jokes on me they can say.
Absolutely. Hey, when you're up in the booth here, you just know it's all in good fun. I'll tell you what, right now I'm a supporter of Barry Sorensen. I want to see what you got going on, sir. I'm going to put you back up with Will. You do what you need to do after that as I sign off here. All right. Thank you all the viewers here. I know those are a little longer interviews, but hey, like these drivers said, come check out the Mud Rebels Dirt League, as they got it going on. They're doing a great job here. Will is doing everything he can to keep it fair, keep it clean, and make it a competitive league for all you guys here to watch and be part of. So thank you all for joining in on CWTV. I got one more race here tonight, not until about 10:30, 10:45, depending on how I'm feeling there. I like to mess around with those guys, have a little fun, as these guys, as well as any part thing I broadcast. You are assured that there is a good group of people behind it. They're running it good. They're getting it done. So thank you all for tuning in to CWTV. For myself, for Howdy at Checkers and Wreckers, tune in tomorrow live, 11 a.m. if you can't make the last race here tonight with the pricks of pavement over. We're going to go on the asphalt. Going to do a little super late model asphalt racing over at Thompson. But, hey, the dirt racing's not over yet with the Mud Rebel Dirt League. Check out the 410s. Let me see, they look to be at Eldora, I believe. So they'll go back to Eldora, 410 action here coming up at about 9 o'clock here in about a half hour. Thank you all so much. Like I said, I am Tommy Boy, and from my buddy Howdy at Checkers and Wreckers, thank you. We're 5,000 strong. I lied. 5,000 strong. Getting stronger every day.